In her first attempt, Ivana Vuleta jumped 6.76 meters. A solid start to the competition. Now she prepares for her second attempt. Vuleta begins her run-up with strong acceleration down the runway. She hits the board and launches into the air with great power. Let's see if she can improve her distance in this jump. Ivana Vuleta begins her second attempt. She accelerates down the runway, hits the board, and flies into the sand. The distance is 6.79 meters, improving on her first jump. This result moves Ivana Vuleta into first place on the leaderboard in the long jump competition. Larissa Iacopino prepares for her second attempt. In her first jump, she recorded a distance of 6.64 meters. Now she starts her run down the runway, building speed and focusing on the takeoff. She hits the board and flies into the sand. Let's see if she can improve her mark in this attempt. Larissa Iacopino goes for her second attempt. Her first jump was 6.64 meters. She accelerates down the runway, hits the board cleanly, and flies into the sand. The distance is 6.74 meters, a strong improvement. The jump is valid, and it moves Larissa Iacopino into second place on the leaderboard, just behind Ivana Vuleta in the long jump competition. Alina Rotaru Kottmann prepares for her second attempt. In her first jump, she recorded a distance of 6.49 meters. Now Alina Rotaru Kottmann begins her run-up again, building speed down the runway and focusing on a precise takeoff at the board. Rotaru Kottmann completes her second attempt. She hits the board cleanly and flies into the sand with a solid jump. The distance is 6.54 meters, a slight improvement over her first attempt. Despite this, she remains in 6th place on the leaderboard in the long jump competition. Malaika Mihambo had a solid first attempt with a jump of 6.64 meters. Now she prepares for her second attempt. Mihambo starts her run-up, building speed down the runway and focusing on hitting the board perfectly. Malaika Mihambo goes for her second attempt. She accelerates down the runway and launches into the jump, but unfortunately, the attempt is not valid. She overstepped the takeoff board by 10.5 centimeters, and the jump is ruled a foul. Despite the effort, her first jump of 6.64 meters remains her best mark for now in the long jump competition. Evelise Veiga prepares for her second attempt. Her first jump was unfortunately not valid and was ruled a foul. Now she focuses on building speed down the runway, keeping her rhythm and concentration, aiming to make a strong, clean jump in this next attempt. Evelise Veiga takes her second attempt. Unfortunately, the jump is not successful, measuring only 5.24 meters. With this result, she remains in 7th place on the leaderboard in the long jump competition. Khaddi Sagnia's first attempt was unfortunately not valid and was ruled a foul. Now she prepares for her second attempt, hoping to make a successful jump. She focuses on her run-up, building speed and maintaining perfect rhythm, determined to put a strong mark on the board in this next attempt. Khaddi Sagnia takes her second attempt. Unfortunately, the jump is unsuccessful, measuring only 4.50 meters, and now she sits at the bottom of the leaderboard in 8th place in the long jump competition.